Hello everyone, welcome to Exam Assure. So today we have Aditya Chinchkar with us. He has cleared the UPSC CPWD Deputy Architect exam recently. So congratulations Aditya on this success. We
Thank
welcome
you.
you to do this interview with us. Can you tell us a brief about yourself?
So, hi everyone. My name is Aditya Chinchkar. I belong from Satara, Maharashtra, and I have done my bachelor's in architecture from Prince Shivaji College of Architecture, Shivaji University, Kolhapur. And afterwards, I had a job experience of 1 year, and then I pursued my master's of city planning from IIT Kharagpur in year 2024.
So Aditya, tell us what was the inspiration behind pursuing or going for government exams, or what was the thought behind it?
As we all know, how is the private sector today? It's been very exploiting for everyone, and rather than that's the one main reason. And apart from other reasons, we have that government services allow you to explore more into the public infrastructure which is felt by millions of people rather than like practicing in private architecture is also good. I'm not against it, but government allows you to explore a variety within a wide spectrum. So that was my main reason. And rather than, I am a kind of a person that I am interested more in creativity plus authority rather than only creativity. So that was my major reason for pursuing a preparation for government jobs.
So Aditya, tell us how was your preparation strategy? Did you have any preparation strategy, or how was your process for this exam preparation journey?
Okay, so I was actually in process of preparation from past 2 3 years, because in 2021 after leaving my job I had prepared for gate architecture. So gate architecture is a basic thing where you get all your foundations very strong, and preparing for gate architecture prepares you more than half, I would say, for any of the competitive exams in architecture. Like gate is the mother of all architecture exams. So that's where I got my foundation strong. Afterwards, I gave some 2 3 exams. That was of MHADA architecture in 2022, where I had got a good rank, but I didn't get selection. But that's what the first instance where I got confidence that yes, I can clear government exams.
Okay.
Second instance came in 2023 end, at the end of 2023 December, where I gave the state PWD exam of Maharashtra of architecture. That also I got a rank of 4, but due to reservation I didn't get the post. So that's where I got a confidence. Yes, I'm just near to my success. But afterwards, when I saw this recruitment advertisement for CPWD architects, so I saw this opportunity as an golden chance to get into the government services. And I finished my masters in May 2024. And just seeing the CPWD calendar, I saw there were two dates for recruitment test. One was of some around 7 8 July, and one was of 10 11 August. So I got to know that exam will be conducted within these 2 dates. So so I started my preparation in mid May off. So between mid May I started my preparation. Then I started looking for the previous year questions of
UPSC.
UPSC of 2024, sorry, 2023, MES 2019 exam, and 2016 two question papers of assistant as well as deputy.
Yes.
So I observed a pattern in them that they are generally asking questions from the reference books, because these exam questions are set by very high level professors or a high level committee in which professors and different retired government officers are involved. So from this information I got when I researched everywhere. And then I started reading the reference books. For example, for climatology and acoustics, heat, light topic, I just read the whole book of this tropical housing by Otto Kongsberger. Then for history, I read about Hiraskar. But specifically, if you're talking about history, they were asking more on modern and postmodern. To skip, like before that, they were asking nothing from Islamic, from Hindu, or from the Western Asiatic. They were asking nothing.
Nothing.
So first idea is to understand the question paper, the demand of the question paper, and to analyze the pattern, that how questions can be asked, how questions are asked, and from which part. Okay, so there were many new topics like the NDRF document, like the archaeological survey document. So new documents were coming up which we haven't referred in our bachelor's as well as masters. So it
Right.
was the need of the exam that you study the new documents. So I started reading new documents, the earthquake resistance document of any standard book, or particularly which I had referred was the IIT Kanpur document. So that
Right.
was a good book for knowledge. It had crisp points. So this was my preparation strategy for different verticals. So basic demand is that you should have your basics clear. That will give you 40-50% confidence for attempting the exam. Remaining confidence, that is the advanced level, which I would say I got from these different reference books. Also the environment part. The environment part are it is asked probably to the UPSC level, because UPSC is setting the
Right.
paper. So environment part you don't do at the basic level. You need to study advanced. For that, I referred UPSC coaching notes of certain classes which are available online anywhere. So this is my way that you have to compile your sources through different resources.
Right. Right.
That's what strategy I had applied.
Yes. So I believe understanding the previous year papers is also plays a key role in, you know, understanding what I should be looking at and what I should be avoiding in my preparation. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
What not to do is very much important
Yes.
rather
Yes.
than what you have to do.
Right. Because I
What you
believe,
have to do, you have ample think of it.
right. And a lot of times we've observed is once students start reading a topic, they get so involved into it, they keep on reading without realizing that, okay, for the exam, I need to only study this much and I don't have to go in so much depth. Again, varying from exam to exam. But
Exactly.
sometimes we tend to get carried away. So I think that is where we also need to learn to draw that line, right? Uh,
Yes, for
yes,
sure. Also, two reference books I want to mention. One is of Visual Dictionary of Architecture, and one is Form Space Order. Very important books. You get lot of relevant examples period wise, and like they are very beautifully crafted. These two books. So every
yes,
architect preparing for competitive exams must have a must command on these three four books. That is Tropical Housing, Form Space Order, Visual Dictionary of Architecture, the IIT Kanpur document of
earthquake.
earthquake resistant structure. So
Yes,
three four books, so you should have a must command.
yes. So also you mentioned that you were doing your masters, right? And along with that, you
Yes.
had given a few other exams also of Maharashtra State, or you had started your preparation for UPSC also. So how did you balance? Because I believe in masters also you have your submissions and your thesis, etc. So how did you manage your time in the process?
Uh, Specifically speaking, in the first years of masters, it was a very hectic course. In the first year itself, I tried to prepare for one of the state town planning exam, but I failed at that time because it was very hard to manage. I tried to study it a lot, but it was hard to manage. Eventually, in the second year, we didn't have any studio works, but there are only few subjects. So I got a gap in the whole schedule. So I started preparing in the end of the second year uh, for this competitive exams. But again, the task was that I started preparing for this state PWD exam and the state MIDC exam. There is a very lot of uncertainty and ambiguity in the government exams, that you fill up the form and you don't know when are the exams going to be conducted.
Right,
So, while preparing for a certain exam, you should be very thorough with the previous pattern or some information you are able to acquire from any sources, that when will be the exam conducted, approximate time. So you need to prioritize your sources and your time according to it. Uh, it should not be like that, okay, whenever will be the exam, we'll start studying from now. So that will not motivate you, because our mind does not tend to sit in a way that exam, whenever it will happen, I'll keep on studying. No,
no,
you'll not get any motivation strategy for studying. So get some information for the exams you are preparing, maybe one, two, three, whatever exams they are, and then only you should apply your strategy accordingly. That's what I will say.
okay. So I have another question because you mentioned about failure. So how do you handle failure? Because usually in the Indian society, it's considered more
Yes,
as a taboo, or it's considered, or the children are taught that okay, it is very bad to fail. However, I believe it is good to fail because of which you can grow. So, that is what I
Yes.
personally believe. So, how did you deal with it, or how do you handle this? And what would you tell other aspirants who have gone through similar phases? So, how to get over it, get through it?
Okay. So first line for this will be failures are stepping stones to success. You have to
Yes.
fail. You have to fail. I'm not necessarily saying that this particular line applies to all. There might be some exceptions, no doubt. But in general, we can say failures are stepping stones to success. So uh, failing every time, you have to do two things. Two things particularly. One is, don't always tell everyone that you're preparing for government exams and this is your strategy and this is your plan and this is no. Just keep your people limited, maybe only your parents or few close friends, and focus on your preparation thing. And second thing is, whenever you fail, sit down, take a pen paper and try to analyze why did you fail. Write down your drawbacks. Okay, for this particular exam I missed out these particular questions, these questions got wrong. There may be two reasons. One may be your silly mistakes and the temperament you lose during your exam, and second may be the technical knowledge you are lacking over there. Apart
Yes.
from these two reasons, I don't think there is any third reason. So
Right.
sit down and analyze for which topics you lost your temperament and which topics you are lacking your technical knowledge. So whenever you get a failure, try to learn from it. If you are learning from it, then and then only I believe that you will not repeat the same mistakes in your next particular attempt, and that's only the way to get success. Because if you're not learning from your failure, then you're for definitely going to fail again.
Right.
So, and never be afraid from the failures, what society will say, what others will say. Just ignore, because it's your own journey. You have to do it on your own. Assume that you are going to a destination. You are sitting in a train. So in a train, people will come and go. So people's opinion should not matter to us. We have to just focus on our journey. That's what I will say.
And also, I believe that in the process, probably there are very less people who genuinely are there with you in
Yes,
case of anybody. But the minute you get that success, then everybody will just come and be
yes, yes,
there with you. Yes. Also, the people who said you can't do it would be the first ones to say, yes, I knew he would or she would be very successful. That usually
yes. The
is the
first one
case.
to call you to congratulate you.
Yes. Yes.
During the preparation period, I would like to say you to maintain an ecosystem of that preparation, have a peer group of 2 to 3 people. I would recommend all the aspirants that have a peer group of 2 to 3 people who are on your similar lines. Just like, say, for example, there are some heavy preparations. For example, national building code, this is a very heavy book, huh? So it is not possible humanly for a single person to read all the 2000 pages and create notes out of it, and the notes in such a structured manner that the question will be framed in the exam for that particular part. So national building code is only one thing. Maybe two or three questions come from it from the exam, but there are similar documents. So if you have a group of 2 3 people, 4 people maximum, not more than that, 3 or 4 maximum. So you can divide your work. Okay, you take the 3 parts of national building code, you take the 3 parts, I'll take the 3 parts, and we will prepare structured notes of it, and then we will teach each other. So teaching
Yes.
will help your revision, and as well as it will uh, give the other people very, it will save other people's time.
Yes,
Okay,
absolutely.
and maybe all three will be mutually benefit from it. Like I would like to say, during my preparation phase, me and two of my classmates from my masters, we were preparing, and we all three got selected.
Oh, wow. Yes.
And two of us, our preparation was on so much of the same lines that after the exam we realized, oh, we are getting same marks. So we got the same marks immediately after the exam, and because results were not declared. After the interview, also I realized that the way of my interview was and the way his interview was, we were getting almost same marks. And when the final mark list came, our rank was just
One
one
below
rank
the other.
above,
Yes.
one above the other. So
Right.
that's how you can prepare mutually and you can go ahead.
Right. So also I believe these group discussions or peer study helps you to remember things in a much better way, along with teaching each other as well.
Because
Yes.
peer group discussion is what I believe it is retaining of knowledge.
Yes.
Because once in a day you read some material or you prepare, at the end of the day you discuss with your friend, अरे तूने क्या किया तो इसका कैसा हुआ इसका वैसे हुआ तो that is basically what we say as it's digesting the consumed knowledge in the whole day. So that
Right.
digestion is important because from year to year it need to digest. So
Right.
peer group helps a lot.
Yes. Also, you mentioned about temperament and the exam. So, I mean, obviously, when you're solving the paper, there is a lot of pressure in that limited time you have to solve those X amount of questions. So, how do you deal with that, or like how much practice helps? What is it exactly?
Okay, there are two, three things in that. One thing I would like to say, the maximum you do reading of that particular topic or the you solve questions of that particular topic. But the thing is that there are again one more thing. If you are not prepared well on that particular topic and you start giving mocks or practice questions of that particular topic, then you may lose confidence after solving questions. Oh, I don't know this, I don't know that, so I have got weak topic, chalo let's leave this and get to other topics. So this is also a probability, this can also happen. Apart ways, you should take it positively. Oh, I'm getting 6 questions wrong out of this 10 questions in this topic, so I need to study more on this topic. So this should be your approach.
Yes.
Don't get disappointed or discouraged by your reading, because you are not god, you are not going to remember everything in first reading. You need to do multiple
Right.
readings. So multiple readings will train your eyes and mind to capture the keywords and the relative answer to the keywords in the options. So
Right.
it will train your mind, multiple reading will train your mind. If you have multiple readings, I will rather say only practicing questions for once is okay, or sometimes even if you eliminate that, that is also okay, because your mind is already trained after multiple readings of your revision notes. Okay. And the second thing I would like to say, during the examination you need to plan out things. Like I knew I have to score above 160 in the written to so my target was basically to get 170 180 marks. So at least I would land up to 160, and that's
Qualify.
what
Yes.
happened in the exam. So that's what happened in the exam. So I decided to attempt some, there were 120 questions, and I decided at least I have to attempt 100 to 105, at
Right.
least 100 minutes. And during the exam, I analyzed that UPSC OMR sheet has big dots rather than the other state civil services. So doing that dot, you require almost 7 to 8 seconds with a point 0.5 ball pen, point 0.5 nib ball pen.
Right.
Then I realized, okay, if I am taking a bigger nib ball pen of point 0.7 or point 0.8, then the time is reduced to 5 seconds or 4 seconds.
Yes.
Means on each question I am saving my 3 to 4 seconds. For 100 questions I am saving my 300 to 400 seconds, which is approximately 5 6 minutes.
Right.
In 5 6 minutes I am able to attempt more 7 8 questions.
Yes.
So that was my strategy. So eventually, which I was going to attempt only 90 questions, that increased my probability to 90 98 97 questions.
Right.
And exactly that happened. I attempt 97 questions in exam, and my score was aroundly 157 or 160 something. Final scores haven't came yet, but this should be your strategy, that you need to understand you have this much time, you have this much questions. If you are not after reading a question, you know whether you know this 20%, whether you can eliminate the options, or you don't know it itself
At all.
100% पता ही नहीं. So it's
Yes.
0, 25%, 50% or 100%. Four probabilities you immediately click after the reading. So this reading, within first 10 seconds you get it. Then you,
Yes.
after that 10 seconds, you decide whether to invest your mind on this, or you just mark it for review, or just move ahead. And if this situation happens with you, like you are marking it for review, 2 3 questions, 4 questions, 5 questions, and again subsequent consecutive 5 questions, if you get, you are not knowing, just don't lose your temperament. One
Yes.
chapter can be bad, the whole book cannot be bad. If you have prepared, then 10 questions you are not getting, remaining 90 questions you are getting, just go ahead.
Focus on
Just
that.
don't lose. what are 10 questions I am not getting? Just don't lose your calm. Move ahead, move ahead, move ahead. And after at the end of the time, end of the paper you'll get time, because if you have prepared, then you'll able to attempt few questions. And like it happened with me, I had 2 hours and I finished my paper by this strategy in 1 hour 40 minutes. 20 minutes I was left out.
Right.
Then the questions which I had marked for review, or the questions which I was 50% confident, I started attempting them. So this is a good strategy, I think.
Yes.
Everyone has their own strategy at the end of the day, but just I want to say that consecutively, if you get you are not able to answer few questions at the starting, just don't lose your calm. It might be a bad chapter. The journey is very good ahead.
Yes. So I think having that micro strategy, like you mentioned, even which pen to use so that you save so much time, that is also absolutely very, very important. Because again, getting 5 minutes extra and being able to solve another 10
Yes, yes.
questions in it, it's a huge difference it makes,
Huge
right?
difference. It
Yes.
will leverage you in your selection score
Yes,
as well as rank.
absolutely. So yes, I mean this is a very good strategy also what you shared. So I would suggest students to, craft your own strategy and work upon it. That is important.
But
Um,
you yourself know your drawbacks and good
yes,
points, so you should able to prepare your strategy accordingly.
right. So knowing yourself is also one of the most
Very
important parts, right? Moving on to the interviews. So, what was your interview preparation strategy and how was your overall interview experience?
okay. So first of all, when the interview date came, I was very disappointed because I was in very hardcore preparation of my state town planning exam, and I was like, "Arey yaar, ye aa gaya." 15 days, 15 20 days prior, they informed, and immediately after the interview, I guess within 1.5 month, I had my state town planning exam. So I was on very peak preparation of my town planning exam, and I was not in mood ki क्यों आ गया. I was expecting that rather it should come at a very prior time, or it should come after my exam.
Exactly.
So then I decided to take a 15-20 days, around 3 weeks gap for this interview preparation. And this was the phase when I started knowing about myself very better. First of all, I met one of my friend who had given twice interview of a UPSC Civil Services exam, and then he gave me advice ki put a mirror in your room and start talking to yourself. I don't know, it was very weird for me for doing such things. And he told me, prepare an FAQ of 10, 20, 30 questions that know about yourself, your city, your educational background, your reason to go into that. And when you write these answers, prepare a cross question on your answers again.
Right.
So it was a strategy he told me, and preparing this, it went around 1 week for me, because every day I would used to get some new cross questions, the new answers, again new cross questions. So he said me go up to the third level. First question, its answer, its cross question, its answer, and its cross question answer. Bus.
Okay.
Go up to this level. Don't go beyond that. And I was in talks with him always, and he used to tell me that read these answers speaking to yourself in the mirror. I don't know how was it, but after 8-10 days, I started building confidence. Okay, I can speak in front of anyone with this, because we don't have an habit to speak in English in good words and good communication. So after 8-10 days, 15 days, I got a confidence. Yes, I can answer good questions and with a good amount. Also, technical knowledge was important, because in interview they don't ask you technical knowledge, but they ask application based on the technical knowledge.
Yes.
So having a basic knowledge was important. Knowing yourself about what works you have done in your past, in your academics, in your professional life, or in your masters. Why did you pursue your masters? Why this college? Why this course? Everything you should know about yourself in very detail. That was the basic strategy of interview and the FAQs I prepared. And afterwards, that the same friend of mine, he took 2-3 mocks of me. He gave me some. comments on it. Also, I have attended mock preparation on the exam assure thing, and exam assure also helped me knowing about myself, my good points or drawbacks. The faculty over here also helped me a lot by giving their tips. So this was overall phase of my interview preparation. But interview is knowing yourself,
Right.
and that you can only see yourself, just not physically by putting mirror in front of you, but analyzing yourself. Make a SWOT
Mhm.
analysis of you. What are your strengths? What are your opportunities, weaknesses, strengths, etc. You may get a question, chalo, you are not selected in UPSC. Then what's your plan B? So you should be ready to answer such kind of question. Means in interview you'll get application based questions, you'll get personal response type of questions, only two questions.
Right.
Because personal response type, what I mean, that okay, government is proposing that encouraging green buildings and all. Then if you are an administrator, then how will you make strategies that people encourage to build green buildings? Or
Right.
this may be question, or a question may be that why green buildings are non-mandatory. There they won't ask that, tell me what are the criteria of green building, what are the parts and what are the technologies. That
Right.
there they won't ask you. So having a technical knowledge as well as having your own perspective is very important during
Yes.
interview preparation. And this perspective should be a very rational and positive approach.
Right. So I think because they've obviously tested you in the written exam for your core technical knowledge, here it is more about your application based, your perspectives, and you as a personality is, I believe, what they are gauging through the overall
Exactly.
process.
They are selecting an officer and giving them a responsibility and giving them a chair and so much amenities. So they will obviously check you that whether you are worth candidate to sit
Right.
over there.
Yes.
So what is the interview about?
Right. Absolutely. Okay. Coming to the end of this interview, any last suggestions or piece of advice for aspirants who are preparing for the upcoming UPSC MES exam or any other competitive exams? What would you like to share?
Uh, Actually, there are many things, but only one or two things I will say. All the aspirants preparing for competitive exams in architecture, write down your purpose behind doing this. You should have a clarity of thought. Why am I doing this? See, it's not only about securing a job. Maybe 2 3 years, 5 years down the line from today, you may have a job, that is a job or your own practice that is very well paying than this particular job. Okay,
Right.
so analyze yourself first, your strength, weaknesses. Write down about your plan B also. Although don't focus on it because it will distract you from your main preparation. Don't focus on it, but have a plan B, that if not this, then what and how, and in what time period, in what time period. So you should have a project management graph in your mind about it. If not, then why? And just keep it aside. And this plan A of preparing for your deputy architect in MES or any other competitive exam, you should have a clarity of thought. Ki, why this? What is this? And why am I doing this? And only that particular thing will motivate you and will maintain a spark in you to get up daily, to get up get ready for your preparation and prepare the whole day or whatever span you are preparing. And also I will suggest take some small timer like this, and every day start the timer while studying. And whenever you stop studying, you stop the timer and calculate. The timer automatically calculates how much time you are studying, and
Right.
track your whole preparation. Put it on your calendar, put it on your diary, that how much time I am studying, how much effective study I am giving. For example, 10 hours I am sitting and effective study is only 6 hours, so your efficiency is only 60%. Okay,
Right.
then how can you improve your efficiency? What are the distractions I am getting? Write it down. That diary is a self mirror of you. Okay, so maintain a diary, and every day, for example, if you see records in your diary from last 10 days, then you will analyze, oh, this is my actual image, this is my 50 40% 60% efficiency. How can I improve it to
Improve.
70 80%? I'm not saying do it 100%, it's not humanly possible, but try to keep on improving every day. 1% every day is enough
Yes.
for preparation. So just prepare these basic things, stay consistent, stay calm, avoid negative thoughts. That's what I would say to all the aspirants.
Yep. Okay. Thank you so much, Aditya. It has been very nice talking to you, very insightful rather. And I'm sure it will be very helpful to other aspirants also who will be watching this video. So thank you for being with us today, and we wish you all the best.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yes.